to Young Artists Club. Today we are starting a brand new topic. Woo! It's called Dots, Lines and 3D Designs. I know, sounds pretty exciting, doesn't it? We are going to be alternating between drawing, that's the dots and lines bit, and the 3D designs bit. Well, that's going to be some sculpture. Ooh, exciting. So today we're going to start with some drawing, and I know that lots of you want to get better at drawing. It's one of those things that we always try and think, oh, I wish I could draw this, I wish I could draw that. Today I'm going to give you some tips and some really lovely drawing activities to get you, believe it or not, drawing like Picasso. I know, impressive, right? So you're going to need some materials for this. So let me show you what they are and then you can go and get those. So I've got here some things to draw with. You'll need either a pencil or a pen. I really like drawing with pens, like a felt tip pen. It doesn't have to be black, this one happens to be black, but a nice darkish colour, so not yellow or light blue because it won't show up too well on the paper, but a nice felt tip style pen. And if you have got one of these, you might like drawing with one of these. This is also a pen, but it's got a finer point than a felt tip pen, so you might want to try using that. That's one thing you're going to need. Going to need, oh, this is a bit strange, but you'll see why. Can you see what this is? This is a bit of string. So if you can find yourself a string about that long, what's that? 1.5 meters, something like that. Nice long bit of string or wool. Ask a grown-up who's at home. This is going to help us with our drawing. Strange. And you're going to need some paper to draw on. So this is just A4 office printer paper. Whatever paper you've got, doesn't have to be white, you just need some paper to draw on. So I'm going to be using this, and we're going to actually make our drawings into little books today. And I love making little books, and my friend Judy, hello Judy, if you're watching, taught me how to make little books a long time ago now, and they're always a really nice way to keep your art, or to create your art actually, and there's lots of different ways that you can make them. We're going to make a really simple one today just to keep all our drawings in one place. But if you can find a piece of colourful paper, this is going to make the cover of your book. The other thing you're going to need is some kind of magazine or newspaper with a big picture of an animal in it. So if you can find a big picture of an animal. So we're ready to get started. First thing you're going to need is one piece of paper to draw on. Ta-da! So you've got your piece of paper, put that down on the table. Can you see that? About there. And then you need to choose something to draw with. I'm going to use the felt tip pen, but you can use your pencil if you wish. And we are going to practice drawing. So what we're going to start with is to make our piece of paper into 4 different sections, so we can try 4 different ways of drawing. Does that make sense? So you need to get your piece of paper and fold it into 4. So the way to do that is to going to practice our drawings. Another artist, not Picasso this time, but a different artist whose name's Paul Klee, he described drawing as simply taking a line for a walk. Isn't that brilliant? Taking a line for a walk. I really love that. And it's quite a nice idea to sort of focus your drawing thinking, oh, I'm going to take my line, which I'm making with my pen or my pencil, for a walk. Does that make sense to you? I really like that idea. Anyway, so we're going to take some lines for some different kinds of walks, and we're going to start by drawing a very, very simple line. And the line I'm going to get you to do is a wavy line, So if you think about wavy lines, you can probably imagine what a wavy line might look like. And it's always a good idea to try and draw it in the air first so you can visualise it. So you choose your favourite hand and just draw what you think of as a wavy line. Yeah, so it sort of goes up and down like this. You could have a wavy line that goes down like that. So try and do one that goes down like that. You can try it with your other hand as well. It's always fun to try drawing with the hand that you don't usually do. In fact, you could try and do it together. Wavy lines. Some wavy lines can be gentle to start with and then go really, really wavy. And some of them can be quite sort of organic and random, so they can be big waves and then little waves and then a big wave and a little wave. So you can start to play with the walk that you take your line on, but we're going to stick to, for this section, a wavy line. So I'll show you how to do that close up, and you can have a little go at filling your piece of paper with all kinds of different wavy lines. You could even try and use your other hand if you like to try and draw a wavy line. I wonder what that will turn out like. We're going to try and draw is it's a loopy line. Do you know what I mean by a loopy line? So we're going to try and make some loopy lines so they can go all over the page, and you're taking your line for a walk. And it's a little bit wavy, but it's so wavy that it loops on itself. So our next line that we're going to do is another really famous one, really easy one. What kind of line is that? You can go to top to bottom as well. Let's try it with my hand. That's right, it's a zigzag. So we're going to try and do some zigzags. So zigzags are really easy to remember because all you have to say is zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. So have a go at putting some zigzags on the next piece of paper. Last line that we're going to take for a walk to make a drawing is it's not difficult to do, it's easy to do in the air, it's quite easy with the string, so let's try with our string. And it's, well, I bet you'll be able to tell me what it is. You can start in the middle and take your line for a walk. Go bigger and bigger, so the line doesn't touch, so you can still see the two ends there. There we go. Do you know what that's called? Some people call it a snail line, you can call it that. Some people call it a spiral. And spirals are great because you can start at the outside and go all the way into the middle when you're drawing it. Or you can start in the middle and go all the way out. So your next drawing is going to be taking your line for a spiral walk. And that's the last section on our piece of paper. So now our piece of paper, if we unfold it, you should see, has got those 4 lines, types of lines, going for different types of walks on one piece of paper. And I've made this into a little book so you can remember all of these lines. So I'm going to show you now how to make this into a little book. Make your practice at your lines into a little book. You need your colourful piece of paper. And mine is the same size as that, which is quite good. But if it's half the size, that's even better, because I'm actually going to make this into half the size now. I'm going to fold it in half, just like we did with the paper that we drew on. And I'm going to make it a really nice crease. Now, if you have a pair of scissors or a grown-up to hand, they may be able to cut that down, that line for you, or you could do it yourself. If you're really confident, you will be able to do, oh, can you see that there? Let me put it here. You can tear it down that line like so. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold your paper in half like this. And then you're going to put glue on this half here, just on one half of it. And then you're going to put that, going to stick that down like this. Does that make sense? So I actually already did this with some purple paper. I cheated a bit. Okay, so look, I've already done that. Can you see? So I've actually got on the back a bit of purple paper here. And when you've done that, you can fold your paper back in like so. And then fold the cover like that. And then you have your little book. I actually wrote on this little book of lines. So that is now your little book. I'll just show you the back of that so you can see just how I stuck it on. So that's a really sweet way to keep hold of all your different lines. Now, Picasso very famously used lines to do some drawings, and he drew animals using, believe it or not, just one continuous line to represent an animal. His most famous one is this one. Have a go at making animal drawings using one line. You don't need shading, you don't need to sketch. You can actually represent, just like Picasso did, the whatever it is in one line. It's very, very clever. We're going to have a go. We will be doing Picasso's dog, Lumpy, but I'm going to show you how to draw some other animals as well. And there's even going to be an opportunity for you to try and make up your own one as well. one, Little Book of One-Line Animals, and she's actually drawn, that's Picasso's dog on the front there, and Little Book of One-Line Animals 2, and then she's done, you can see here, elephant on the front. So if you want to do it, what have we got in here? We've got the snails and the butterflies, fish and the sheep, all with those different lines. And this is my one. I got a bit carried away and I cut my paper up so that I've actually got, oh my goodness, a really long book of, of one-line animals there. So we've got the bird, snail, sheep, fish, elephant, hedgehog, Lumpy the dog, and another elephant, might do 2 elephants there, butterfly, and the Highland cow at the end. Isn't that great? So that you can display that like that. I know they're all on the side, but that doesn't matter. And then I can just concertina it away like that to make my little book of one-line animals. Make your own little books. Make yourself a little book of lines and some little book of one-line animals, and do send me your pictures to show me how you get on. I'd love to see if you can learn how to do these animals. Also, see if you can make your own. And remember, use your piece of string. Pictures, you can share them online. You go to our Facebook page, it will come up on the screen at the end. It would be lovely to see who's taking part and how you got on. Bye for now. I'll see you next week. Keep well, keep safe, and keep creating. Bye.